Lamelo Ball, MB1, the one of one. You already know what time it is, man. He will be facing off against Tyrese Haliburton, the starting point guard of the Indiana Pacers. The Charlotte Hornets will take on the Pacers, in preseason play. Their second game of the preseason, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited for this game. I'm expecting Lamelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets every game of the preseason to continue to ratchet up the intensity before you get to the 19th, when the whole basketball world will be descended upon San Antonio, Texas, as the one of one handles business in opening night of this year's NBA season. But like I said, it's steps before we get there. The Indiana Pacers, they found themselves outside of the playoff picture last year. They got a new coach, and Rick Carlisle, former, I believe he was the president of the Players Association, if I'm not mistaken, or the Coaches Association. It's one of the other. I'm mistaken. He was the Coaches Association, excuse me. The Pacers, they finished 13th, in the Eastern Conference. The East is loaded. They haven't got any favors either this season. They had a 25-57 record. I think that's bad under anybody's circumstances. The Charlotte Hornets, we all know what they did. They found themselves in the play-in. They finished with 43-39. They clearly, they seem to be looking like they have a little bit more on track than what the Pacers was trotting out last year. They did make a mid-season move, which brought in Haliburton. They made some moves, got rid of Sabonis, that deal with Indiana. People in Sacramento are still kind of, tripped out about that. But I mean, it is what it is. This is going to be I think a preview or something that we could be looking at for years to come. Some people, listen, Haliburton is a problem. We're going to get to his numbers in a second, but you got NBA execs, comparing this guy, to Reggie Miller, so that's very high praise. I don't know if because he plays in Indiana, nobody gives a hell, but I mean, he's all right. He's a great player, man. He just got to keep doing his thing. In my humble opinion. Tyrese Haliburton, he, as a rookie, he averaged 13 points. His second year in Sacramento, remind you, he got traded. His second year, he averaged 14 points in Sacramento. He shot 45% from the field. He was giving out 7 assists as well. He gets traded from Sacramento to Indiana. He ups his points to 17. After the trade, and he shot 50% from the field. He went up 5% from 45 in Sacramento and pushed his assists up to 9, a 2-point increase in the same year, just with more, responsibility. He showed that he could really do that, so this shows me that, listen, with the one of one, this could be a clash, in the future, for Eastern Conference supremacy. You got to think about it. These two teams, New York, who else? I'm trying to think of the other teams that's out there. Forgive me. You got the Hawks. All of these teams are going to be in the mix, in order to get into the postseason, so they're going to be scratching and clawing. Mistake me if I missed the Pistons, but, all of these teams are going to be scratching and clawing for years to come, to get themselves solidified out there. We all know we want the Hornets to do their thing. I don't get too high or too low in the preseason. So when Melo did what he did, so maybe last game in the preseason opening of the preseason, some people might have tripped out, but I don't know why. LiAngelo Ball, let's get the G3, G Honcho. He had 4 minutes. He missed some shots. I think he just, what he has to do. Jello know the keys that he has to do to be successful. He's been doing this a long time. So this is going to be crazy. So everybody be on the lookout. Tomorrow I want everybody to pull up the Flight Sports because we're going to be rocking. So make sure everybody's tuned in. Make sure that they don't touch that dial, and everybody tune in because we're going to shut it down with the live or we call it on Hornets fans, Lamelo Ball fans all around the world. Let's get rocking. Let's get raucous. If you got triple B's, you love LaMelo Ball, you love the Hornets, is all in your heart. This is the place where you want to be. This is the home of the LaMelo Ball Show, Flight Sports TV exclusive. Make sure y'all check in with all the episodes we got. We up to episode 6. Be on the lookout. You never know when that's gonna drop. We got a lot more exclusives coming to you. Steve Clifford, he's doing his thing. You gotta check out the video that we put out earlier, documenting the relationship between LaMelo Ball and his fans with Steve Clifford, because I don't think people give, people credit, because Steve Clifford got everybody's stamp of approval right now until proven otherwise, and I think people deserve credit because oftentimes in situations like this, the coach is like the designated punching bag, but it is what it is. Let me know in the comment sections, what are you guys expecting from LaMelo Ball? What are you expecting from LiAngelo? What are you expecting from the entire Charlotte Hornets, in that second game of the preseason? Do you expect a heightened level, of attention to detail? Like just emphasize, a little bit more winning, because as you can see, and it's not just the Hornets, it's other teams, they kind of just coasting, they go hard maybe for like a play or two, and for the most part, it's just a constant coast, until they get checked in and out. But I do believe the protocol of the preseason, and it's like an unwritten rule. You usually see guys turn it up a notch a little bit towards the tail end, leading into opening night, because, you're going to see, I'm going to tell you this right now. Let me burst everybody's bubble here. You will see a different level of basketball being played compared to what you're going to see on opening night. The intensity is going to be through the roof. You can't replicate that. In the preseason, it's like an appetizer and it's a tease, but it's nothing like that electricity, and the players, they know it as well. And you can see it out there, but let's hope that the Hornets could be successful, coming off what happened with the Boston Celtics. Let's see if they can, do the things that they want to do to be successful this year under new head coach Steve Clifford, because it's going to be pivotal. This is a young team. Can Book Knight do his thing as well? I'm going to be on the lookout for a lot of these players. So y'all tune in. Y'all keep rocking with us, man. It's Flight Sports TV. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all tuned in, to the live stream. The Charlotte Hornets and the Indiana Pacers is going to be a movie. And we can't wait for LaMelo Ball to show out. Do not miss it. I'm telling you now, it's Flight Sports.